you with this lunch.
What do you mean? How special? 2 with everything.
I know, but I wanted to buy you a nice lunch, a real lunch.
Real? I think hot dogs are very real.
Well, as long as you had a good time, I'm happy. What are you grinning about?
I'm just looking at you sitting there behind the desk. It just seems like you belong. And I'm just wondering if you're going to bring as much luck to deception as Dominique did, and I think so.
Well, I sure hope so. And I'm going to try, really try, I promise. You know, I was wondering if maybe you could get a meeting together with all of you and the bookkeeping staff. You know, sometime this week I have a little proposal here about a different way that the money could be allocated for publicity. Here, I worked up a couple figures.
Well, count me in. I'll check with them.
Well, thank you. I think they might be more willing to say yes if it was coming from you.
You did all this work this morning?
Well, no. Actually, last night I couldn't sleep.
Well, I'll tell you something. I think you're going to need a vacation by the end of the week.
Oh, are you kidding? This job is giving me so much energy. You know, I feel if I can be successful at this, it'll be just sort of a little way that I could pay you back for everything you've done for me.
Well, friends don't have to pay each other back.
Well, you have done much more than friendship for me. You saved my life.
You saved my life.
No, I did not.
Yes, you did. I don't think anybody else could have got me back out there and start living again. And so how can I pay that back? You can't. You can't.
It's funny how fate is, isn't it? Just when we start thinking that things couldn't get any worse, we found each other.
Timing is everything.
Yeah, it is. Something wrong?
I gotta get back to the office.
Scott, tell me what it is.
Just the way you touched me just then, I really haven't really do that since Dominique died.
I'm sorry.
Don't be. It just felt a little strange. Let me explain this. I can't explain it.
You don't have to. I think I know.
Hey, that's cold.
Warm, baby.
Ice cream?
Well, you were sleeping. There wasn't anything really to do, so I called room service.
Sorry, I'm such boring company.
The only time you're boring is when you're asleep. You want some?
What flavor?
Double Dutch chocolate.
It's good.
I thought we deserved a treat.
I've already had mine.
1 second.
You were the ice cream.
You try.
You are an incredible woman.
Well, you make me feel incredible.
But it's willpower time. I'm out of here.
What's the rush?
Aren't I distracting you from your goal?
You are never a distraction, my love. From a personal point of view, you are the main event.
Keep that thought.
Tell me something.
Like what?
How much do you want to know?
About you and Baldwin?
I'd like to tell you everything. First, because I value your advice. And second, I want you to know everything, so I don't feel like I'm doing anything behind your back.
You want it all, don't you, Kath? You want to go after Scott, you want your share of Dominique's money, and you want absolution for the way you're going about it. I'm sorry, but you may not get the whole package.
You didn't answer my question.
Let me put it this way. Be careful what you tell me about you and Baldwin.
Solution. I don't feel guilty about this. It's not about me and Scott. It's an act, a performance. I draw on past experience to create this illusion, and that is all it is.
Not quite. Still the body of the woman I love making love with another man.
But I love you.
No, it's not that simple. See, I'm trying to be a 90s kind of guy. Half of me knows what you want, so I'm trying to help. But you see, the real half of me wants to rip his lungs out.
Why can't you just let this go?
No. See, I'm not going to be the heavy and tell you not to do it. I can't live with your lingering resentment.
Okay. It means that much to you? Fine. I'll get him to marry me, but I won't sleep with him.
Not even you can pull that off.
Well, I consider that a challenge.
Well, I'd never say never where you're involved, but I do have my doubts.
Are you kidding me? We run off, we have this impulsive little marriage, and 10 days later, I file for divorce, citing irreconcilable differences, that we were sexually incompatible. I mean, how could he ever prove that we didn't consummate the marriage?
You make that sound frighteningly simple.
I'm almost there already. And I repeat my offer. You help me out, and I give you half of everything.
You pull this off without sleeping with him, you can keep the money. And I'll be here when you're done.
Right.
Now I have to go. I've got some stuff to do.
All right. What did you... Scott.
Sort of to barge in like this.
But may we come in? Of course. What's up?
Lucy, tell her what you found out, what you did.
Well, I just so happened to be in New York today, and I checked on something.
What?
Your husband. Guess what? The Bureau of Vital Statistics has absolutely no record of Charles Crawford's death. Can you explain that?
We're not accusing you of anything.
Well, it sounds like Lucy is.
Well, you know how she is. She found that there was no record of your husband's death.
So she came running to you, calling me a liar.
No, not exactly. I just think you have a bit of a problem telling the truth, especially where your husband's concerned.
And what about you, Scott? Do you think I lied too?
No. I mean, I feel as though there's an explanation, that's all.
Right. So, do you have one?
One what?
An explanation. We are all ears.
Of course I do, Lucy. But, you really should have come to me first. I could have saved you the trip to New York, especially in your condition and all.
It's very sweet of you to be worried about me like that, but I have never felt better. Well,
it's simple. There was no Charles Crawford. Never was.
I knew it.
I never took my husband's name.
What?
Crawford is my maiden name. Charles Reynolds was his name. So I think if you went back and rechecked the death records in New York, you'd have a lot better luck.
Well, see there, you've made quite an assumption.
Well, Katherine, why did you never mention this about your husband before? I mean, we talk about your husband all the time. How come?
I always referred to him as Charles, didn't I? People don't usually talk about the last names of their husbands.
Well, I hope you're satisfied.
Oh, completely.
Lucy, I really wish that you would trust me. It'd be nice if we could be friends.
Well, I know I would like that.
Well, then, yes, of course. I really am willing to try.
Good. Well, listen, you get some sleep, you know. It's late. Sorry we bothered you. Let's go.
Good night, Scott. Lucy.